you may be wondering what is it that government is doing in order to make sure that those that may be found on the wrong. And this is why we said there's a need for us to work with other departments in terms of raising awareness on matters like this, because spaza shops source food from distributors and food manufacturers. Whether it's hawkers or whoever, they don't produce the food. Of course, it is different when they are found to have a product that they have bought and in their space, which requires raising awareness on the things that they can buy and those that they can't buy. Those that they have to buy and require certain compliance measures, they have to be compliant. And this is why we are working with the different departments and the municipalities, including the National Consumer Commission, to raise awareness to our own constituency. We've set up the Township Economy Task Force that is made of food manufacturers themselves, because they are the ones that have distributors in the different provinces and municipalities. So we brought them on board, the Consumer Goods Council of South Africa, the National Consumer Council, and the relevant departments to say, all of us must play our part. You've got to give us certainty and assurance that the food that you are supplying to our constituents, and in this context, the spaza shops meets the standards. Of course, we are aware that there are those that are manufacturing illegally, and this is something, again, that we have said as government, we're joining hands with the respective department, whether you talk about Home Affairs or the Department of Employment and Labor, the district municipalities, and health for environmental inspections. And this is what we're trying to do to minimize the escalation of the challenges that we may encounter as we move forward. It's not something that we established because there's this recent incidents. It has been ongoing. We set up the team last year. In October, they've had their different meetings. They are finalizing certain things because these matters are legislated, which is why the task force agreed that there's a need for us to therefore go directly and work with the municipalities that are concerned. To assist spaza shops with registrations, because it is important that they be registered so that we can know in a particular street, there are so many spaza shops and who's running them. We're working with the ward councillors, with the CDWs, including the wholesale and retail SETA, which has just sponsored appointment of 200 unemployed graduates to complement the existing personnel at the local level, because we are appreciative of the challenges that the municipalities face as they are supposed to be doing this work. So we're doing this in order to beef up capacity of government to make sure that we address the matters holistically, whilst others are looking at the health aspect, at the criminal aspect, but there's also that aspect that requires the citizens themselves and the communities to be the voice of their own children by raising these matters with the respective authorities, including highlighting the wrongs that they see. When you have rented space out to a person for living, the person shouldn't be producing food unless it's food to be eaten at home. But if it's for commercial purposes, it means there's something wrong that you are doing, whether that person is a South African or a non-South African, which is a matter that is clearly stipulated again. If you look at what is it that South Africans can do to assist legal foreigners that are trading in South Africa, and what is that they cannot do. And all of us, colleagues, I think it is important that we try to raise that caution to say we should really think about the actions that we are taking, not that we are not aware that people must make profit, but there's lives that we must always consider, because it may not be your child, it may not be you today, but it can be your grandchild if you're not thinking about the communities that you are selling to. So we've called upon all those that are involved in terms of our constituency to say they must exercise caution when it comes to this, but we continue to raise awareness with the respective bodies. Let me pause there.